Hello, Angie here with a special video on workers' rights. You'll not want to miss this one because some good news is on the horizon for UK workers. Let's get started. Are you tired of being stuck on a 0 hours contract? Sick of getting your shift cancelled last minute with no warning, no pay and no backup? Well, hold on, because big changes are coming. The UK government is finally rewriting the rules of the working world. Now, the Employment Rights Bill could reshape how millions of people work and whether or not you can finally build a life with security, dignity and control. But here's the catch. These changes aren't automatic. If we don't pay attention and demand that they go far enough, this once-in-a-generation moment could be lost. And I'll tell you what you need to do as we proceed. You see, this isn't just a policy change. This could be a revolution in workers' rights if we make it one. So here's what's happening and what you need to do about it. Let's look at the wins so far over the last 10 years, because something remarkable happened. Thanks to the national living wage, millions of low-paid workers have seen their hourly pay rise. In 2014, 1 in 5 UK workers earned below 2/3 of the average wage. In 2024, that number dropped to just 3.5%. And for workers over 25, just 1% are now classified as low paid. Now that's huge, that's progress. If you're watching this, you know the truth. Better pay doesn't mean better jobs, because too many of us still face no guaranteed hours, shifts dropped at the last minute, no sick pay, no legal protection. In other words, you might be getting paid more per hour, but your life is still on hold. And this is the gap the new Employment Rights Bill is trying to close. So what's changing and what does it mean for you? The Employment Rights Bill, or ERB, is the government's answer to your reality. It's over 160 pages of proposed changes, and here's what matters most. You will have the right to ask for a contract that reflects your real hours. No more working 35 hours a week on a 5-hour contract. You will get fair notice of when you're working, 2 weeks in advance, not 2 hours before your shift. If your shift is cancelled last minute, you'll get paid anyway. And sick pay will finally be extended to 1 million more workers, and you'll qualify from day one. And unfair dismissal rights will kick in from day one too, not after 2 years. For the first time in a long time, the law might actually start working for you, not just for your employer. But it's a big but. The devil, as always, is in the detail. Let's move on to the risks and why you must speak up. These rights sound powerful, don't they? But right now, they're not guaranteed. They're proposals. Here's what's missing. The government hasn't said who exactly qualifies for these new hours protections. Will part-time retail staff qualify? And what about students? What about gig workers? Many questions here to ask. The shift notice period is, as I said, just a proposal. It could still be cut back. Shift compensation rules? not defined. They could be watered down. And enforcement, it's still weak. You shouldn't need a lawyer or a tribunal just to be treated fairly. And here's the truth. Employers are already looking for ways around this. Some are cutting hours to stay below the threshold. Others are reclassifying workers as self-employed, so they don't have to follow the rules. So this is a turning point. And if workers don't speak up, if we don't hold politicians accountable, this moment will pass us by. That's why action is urgent right now. So what needs to happen now? And what do workers need to do with this moment? Well, you don't wait. You organise. You ask questions. And you demand clarity. Here's what you can do. Number 1, ask your union rep or HR team, will my contract reflect my real hours under the new law? Number 2, if you're not in a union, consider joining one. Your voice is louder when you're not alone. Number 3, talk to your co-workers. If you're working 30 hours but contracted for 8, that's an issue, and the new rules should help. Number 4, pressure your MP in person, by email or online. Ask them, will you back a 25-hour threshold for new protections? Will you support 2 weeks' notice and full compensation for cancelled shifts? And 5, do share this video, because people can't demand what they don't know they're entitled to. Because here's the hard truth. If we don't ask for better, we'll just keep getting enough to get by, but never enough to get ahead. Now here's what this could become. Imagine this, a world where every shift is predictable, where sick pay covers your bills, so you can stay home when you're unwell, where your contract reflects your actual work, where being fired on a whim isn't legal because unfair dismissal protections will start on day 1. And imagine that if your employer breaks these rules, you don't need a lawyer to fight it, because there's a proactive public watchdog making sure workers aren't exploited. This isn't fantasy. This is what's on the table right now. But if the Employment Rights Bill is passed quietly, without proper scrutiny, pressure, or attention, it could just become another law that looks good on paper but changes nothing in real life. And that is why your voice matters so much now. That's why now is the moment. Come on, you've worked through the pandemic. You've coped with unstable hours. You've made it work without the protection you deserve. But now you can help change the system. This is about more than just pay. This is about your dignity, your stability, your control, a better future for you, your family. The Employment Rights Bill could be a turning point, but only if you make it one. So talk to your co-workers, contact your MP, get several of you on board to contact your MP, whatever it takes. Get active with a union. Learn your rights and share them. Because here's the bottom line. Let's make work in Britain fair, secure and built for your future. The law is changing. Make sure it changes for you. This is a one-in-a-generation moment. Please subscribe, follow and share because millions of workers need to hear this. The fight for fair work isn't over. It's just getting started, and I'll keep you updated as the bill moves along, and hopefully you'll have moved along too. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.